Hello, my name is Meghan Foley, and I will be leading you through a 10-minute yoga break to get through the rest of your day. And this yoga flow will be prenatal and postnatal friendly. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat, and ideally have a block and a strap nearby, but if you don't have those options, it's okay. We can also make it work without props. So find your way into a comfortable seat, and take a moment to roll your shoulders all the way up to your ears and keep going, keep squeezing. You can even make fists with your hands and raise in of your face to squeeze everything. One more big breath here. And then let it all go. Soften your shoulders, sigh everything out. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift your shoulders, squeeze everything. Squeeze your face, and then sigh it out. Last one, really big breath in, everything engaging and letting go of any stress or tension that might have accumulated in your day. Then next time you inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale, drop your right hand down, reach up and over with your left fingers. And you can stay here or find a little movement through your rib cage, gazing down at that right side and then up towards the ceiling. Try that a few more times. Opening up through the side body, stretching through the fingers. And then next time you come all the way back up, sweep those arms up to the sky and goalpost your arms. Draw your shoulder blades together. So good, especially if you've been sitting over a computer all day. And then reach those arms to the sky. Let's take that other side. Left hand comes down, reach up and over to the right fingertips. Staying here or finding those little side bend rotations. So we're opening up to the ceiling and then rotating down towards the floor. And just try a few more. Breathing into that right side. And then come back up to seated, full breath in. And we'll take out eagle arms. You can take your right arm underneath your left, either giving yourself a hug, especially if it's been a long day, or you could touch the backs of the hands or cross the wrists. And as you inhale, think about creating a little bit of a back bend. So you're lifting those elbows up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, round your back. Let's try that 2 more times. Inhale, that little lift of the heart and elbows, and exhale, round. Last one, full breath in, and round. Then coming back to center, sweep both arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, round forward. You can bend into your elbows, sway your head a little side to side. If you have that block, this can be a great time to put it underneath the forearms or the forehead, or you could rest your head in your hands. Just allow your head to get really heavy here. Your shoulders can round, elbows can bend. And try to keep your breath really slow, really steady. One more breath here. And then start to make your way back up to seated. And take your hands behind you. They could be tented. You could place the palms down to the ground. And as you inhale, press into your hands. Lift your chest for a moment. Draw your shoulder blades together. Option to stay here, or you could roll onto your knees, lifting your hips any amount. Just getting a nice big stretch across the front of the body. One full belly breath here, and then gently release back down. Whichever foot you have in front, switch it out for the other one. Bring your arms out to a T again, and we'll take those eagle arms on the other side. So left arm comes underneath the right, either in that hug or the backs of the hands might touch or cross. And as you inhale, the elbows go up to the sky. And then exhale, round. I like to think about my shoulder blades really broadening on the back. 2 more like that. Releasing any tension between the shoulders, all the way up to the neck. Last one, deep round on that out breath. And then come back up to seated, float your arms up to the ceiling. And we'll take that fold 1 more time. Maybe you have your block underneath the forearms or the forehead. Just allow your body to ease into this shape, rounding the back, letting the head get really heavy. focusing on your breath here. Can you make it a little bit slower? A little bit longer with that out breath. One more breath here. And start to make your way back up to seated. We'll take that back bend one more time. So hands come behind you, either tented or palms down to the ground. Draw your shoulder blades together, lift through your heart and your chin. And you can stay here or roll onto those knees, lifting the hips any amount. Big belly breath. And then slowly release down. Meeting in our tabletop, you can roll over your knees, coming into all fours. And we'll start with some really big circles of the hips, just rinsing out the spine, especially if you've been sitting a lot today. Create a little bit of mobility and fluidity in the joints, moving organically. Similar to when an animal wakes up in the morning, they'll just start to stretch in different ways. Think about a dog stretching in the morning, moving organically, getting any tightness that might have accumulated while sleeping out of the spine. Let's try one more big circle in each direction. And then coming back through center, tuck your 10 toes under, pressing back to down dog. You can start with really bent knees, so you can pedal out your feet side to side. Shake the head, yes and no. Try to really spread your toes and your fingers as much as you can. And then eventually let your heels get really heavy, let your head get really heavy, and take a few deep breaths here. And then gazing to the top of your mat, start to walk your feet towards your hands, meeting in forward fold. You can let your arms just dangle here, or you could reach for opposite elbow in ragdoll, or maybe hold on to the back of the head, adding just a little pull at the hairline, at the base of the neck, letting the head soften down. And gently release the arms down to the ground. Find your strap, and then we'll come all the way up to stand. And you can take your strap, and if you don't have a strap, that's fine. You can still take this movement with the arms overhead, a little bit wider than the shoulders. We're gonna keep that strap taut if you have it. Some of my favorite things to do for the shoulders. And we'll start with some side movements. Opening up through the rib cage. And then you can turn this into a twist if you want. Maybe a little bit of a cat and cow movement. You can see how far those arms can go behind you, as well as forward, rounding through the spine. And then just start to make it a little bit more organic, moving into the areas that feel a little tight. I find if I lift one heel at a time and kind of hike a hip up, I can get into all kinds of interesting parts of the back. Let's try a few more movements here. Those arms are taut. The strap is taut. Trying to keep just a little bit of resistance there to get deeper into the rib cage so you can breathe more effectively and have less tension in your body. Then release your strap. You can try out those new shoulders. And next we'll go through a breath technique called breath of joy, which is like basically a coffee in the afternoon without the caffeine. It's the yoga way of increasing energy so you can get through the rest of your day with a little bit of that spurt of energy that we all need so desperately. So I'll demo this first and then we can do it together. So it's a 3-part inhalation where you breathe out to the front, it's a little sniffing breath in, and then out to the side, and then up towards the ceiling, and with bent knees, as you exhale, you fold forward, okay? So it looks kind of like this. It's an exhale through the mouth as we fold, okay? So let's do 3 rounds together, going now, all right?
And then after that last one, slowly roll up to stand. Draw your shoulder blades up towards the sky and then down and back. Inhale, float both arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today in this yoga flow break to get you through the rest of your day, grounded and energized. Namaste.